right, so, both of you, it goes down, it's actually really funny. Mogh, it goes down pretty rough. It's gross. It's definitely naturally moldy, about as natural as, swamp water is. It's pretty gross. The only saving grace is that it's fermented, so it's probably not too germy.
Can I roll for culinary to see if I've made, like, forest hooch before?
Sure, yeah.
That's a 13 plus 2, 15.
Alright, yeah, so your tribe has made, or your clan tribe, what do you call your section of people?
Me and Dad were just alone in the woods. We were just a couple, like, survivalist wanderers, but he had the clan. I didn't really grow up with the clan. I was born into it and immediately had to leave.
Okay. So, it's not really something that you've endeavored to make yourself, but you have found sealed bottles and tankard littered across the ground as you were left by some adventurer in an abandoned camp, and opening it, you are familiar with a couple of different beers. This is definitely homemade. The quality is much lower than anything that you've ever, scavenged out of one of these camps. It's not very well made. Perhaps the person that made it probably didn't know exactly what he was doing, but it's drinkable. It's not going to kill you. You don't think.
This sort of reminds me of a bottle I found on the side of the road one time. It was good. First time taste alcohol.
I got the barrel off the side of the road too.
Oh, I thought you made it yourself. It tastes wonderful.
Well, yeah, I mean, the barrel didn't have the beer in it. I had to put the beer in it.
Oh, so you did make yourself. You'll have to give the recipe, mayhaps.
You drank beer off of the side of the road? Oh,
Beer's beer. I mean, it goes bad, but, like, bad beer's still beer.
That is true. It's like when log has mushroom on it, it's still log.
Yeah, see? The furball gets it.
Mushroom out of log can be something unique. Interesting taste.
I think I will take your word for that.
Don't eat ground mushroom. They're not good most time.
I'm not sure I quite get it. What makes you so picky?
Well, they're poison. You will die. Horrible death. Eyeballs roll back, you bleed from mouth and nostril.
Caves. So I guess I'm kind of familiar with that.
Oh no!
Yes. Cave mushrooms are some of the best.
You know, I've heard that it's kind to poison. And Alicia speaks up. Yes, in my studying of healing, I've learned that the dwarven constitution is something quite insane. They could probably get away with eating most of the things that you would consider poisonous.
Oh, that is wonderful news. I will have to test the mushroom of poison eyeball bleeding on you.
So Yorg,
A fly.
are you sure? Are you sure what I'm drinking right now isn't poison?
It's not poison. I promise you that.
I mean, roll for culinary.
Okay.
Oh god. The dwarf rolling for
I rolled a nat 20!
If it's poison, it don't taste like any poison. It tastes much worse.
Mogh's tasted a lot of Saemus has tasted a lot of poison in his day.
Yeah, Saemus has had a lot of poison, a lot of grog.
I imagine he's just tested his limits.
You've never had a poison quite this texture. You're pretty sure. I mean, it's beer. It's very obviously, well,
It's only gonna give
I would
minor
say that
liver
it's
damage.
obvious. I would say that it's obviously beer, but it's only obvious to somebody who's drinking a lot of shitty beer. Yeah, there's a reason that it's cheaper, and he probably is just trying to get rid of this barrel.
Right.
You're drinking like Natty Light that's gone bad.
Do I know of any ways to use this beer in a way that would make it better? Like maybe cook it into something?
Yeah, if you poured it
Or
down,
some way that would make it better.
and filled it with better beer.
I was gonna say that.
That's probably the only way you can make this better.
Right. Do I know of any ways, any techniques you could use to do better?
Well, actually, to be honest with you, yes, you could make this beer a hell of a lot better, and it would involve straining the beer, filtering it, adding a little bit more yeast, and letting a second fermentation happen. After which you would open the container, scrape off the scum from the top, and filter it again. That would probably make a fairly palatable, albeit high alcohol beer.
Are there any seeds from the hops in the drink?
You're not sure that it was hops that he even used.
Was there any seeds in general?
No, there's some floaty bits, but you don't think that they're seeds. Maybe mold spores? Maybe bits of mushroom? You're not sure. It's been fermented and mangled and chopped so fine that it just kind of tastes like shit.
In that case, I'm gonna hover my hand over the beer and cast Druid Craft. I'm gonna use a senseless or harmless sensory effect. I'm gonna make it smell like freshly cut wheatgrass. This nice like toasted wheat smell. Try that. That's made to be a slight different.
Yeah. So, who's drinking this then? Which beer did you choose?
Yeah, I'll take it.
So,
yeah, I still have the 4, so I guess I'll do another.
Yeah, let's check. We can do testing.
But this is 3.
So, Seamus, go ahead and roll me a endurance with advantage.
Because I do happen to know that it is pretty bad. Pretty one step away from poison. That is a 21.
21, cool. Yeah, it goes down a little easier this time. The smell masks the kind of rancid, soured smell of the ale that it used to have. It goes down a little easier, but it still tastes not nearly as good as it could have. It just every drink, every time you drink it, it just makes you a little sad knowing that what could have been a good beer is this instead.
Was that
So
better or worse?
Yeah, it was better.
Okay, now we're gonna try another one, and I'm gonna grab another tankard and slide it over in front of Yelf. Tamnaeth?
Yeah, Tam.
Tam. Now think of very or a nice smell that you like the taste of.
All right. I'll think of probably just an assortment, like a salad bowl, or a fruit salad bowl.
Okay, I can do that. I've seen that use. I'm gonna do the same thing with that. Try now.
You expect me to drink this?
Yes,
Drink
an
it.
experimentation.
It can't be that bad. I mean,
Aren't you wanting to be a scholar?
Tam will hesitantly pick up the mug and take a sip out of it.
All right, go ahead and roll me an endurance. Have you drank your entire glass of wine?
We'll say that I have, yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and make me an endurance roll. You're not gonna get advantage on this one.
Okay. Ooh, that's a 6.
A 6?
Yeah.
As soon as the swill, you get about 2 or 3 gulps down before you just can't take it anymore. You stop drinking, slowly put the mug down, and contemplate life for just a moment. Before everything that you have drank so far comes right back up into your lap. And it smells just as foul and sour and disgusting as it did when going down.
My word.
I told you it was soft-bellied.
I'm sorry. I apologize for that, barkeep, and you. And I'm gonna proudly look back.
If you don't have the stomach for it, don't buy the cheaper shit.
So, barkeep.
As a matter of fact, may I buy the rest of that bottle of wine?
Here, something for you, and then I'm gonna cast the smell of fresh mint in his mouth. There you go.
Your mouth is suddenly just overwhelmed with the taste of pure mint.
What have you done to me?
That is better been proven. Your breath smelled. I have big nose. I smell many things.
I feel violated.
Now, what were you saying, dwarf?
I don't mean to insult your abilities, but I've tasted many a beer. You know, I'm a dwarf. I have quite a bit of experience with it. I was wondering if you might want some advice on how you could make this a little better without just throwing it away.
He looks at you amused. Sure, dwarf, what you got to say?
Have you a piece of paper and maybe a writing implement?
I want you to just tell me what you're gonna say.
Oh, I will. Probably get the floaters out first.
Let's try it.
Okay.
Put some more yeast.
fermentation.
Yep.
Let it sit for a bit. And then take the floors out again. But given that we're on a ship and you
So,
don't have the most...
So, dwarf, you wanna know a secret?
Aye.
What do you think the cheap shit is?
Aye.
And it dawns on you the idea that the cheap shit is probably just the cheaper shit that's actually been filtered and made correctly.
Yeah. So, I'm not sure I get it. Why not just use this and make the better stuff?
Because this will get your shit faced just like the other one will. And it's much cheaper to make and even better to sell.
And I'm gonna leave to go to the quartermaster.
Sure. Anybody else in the bar doing anything? You want me to go to Sir?
Just
Well,
talking
mine tasted just fine, and I finished the last of it. I back up and I sit down and completely smash the chair.
Smash the chair behind. Okay, how do you smash the chair behind you?
I sat down on it.
He sat down too hard. He just kind of put. You know how you can sit down in a chair versus flumping in a chair? He flumped.
The chair creaks, and it does actually form a crack down one of the legs, but they're built sturdy. They're able to hold you. They just maybe weren't designed with you in mind.
The beer was good, but the chairs are way too small.
We should really do something about the chair problem around here. They're weak chairs.
Maybe you should just lose some weight.
I don't suppose this vessel has really ever taken larger than humans or tabaxi around.
No, mostly just the regular races.
I have a question.
Some a little smaller than you, occasional dragon ball.
I get myself off the floor, I stand up and hit my head on the beam.
No, you're not. The room itself is about 12 foot tall, so you're not like hitting your head
like
on
Gandalf.
the ceiling or anything.
Well, I jumped up.
He jumps up.
Okay, I want you to.
He's
roll
proving a
me,
point.
I want you to roll me athletics.
He's here to prove a point.
He's actually so heavy that the ship kind of like leans one way when he jumps and then leans the other way when he lands.
Guys, this is a big ship.
I know.
The ship went down when I went up.
Did
I've
you
seen
roll me
him leap.
athletics,
He
Mogh?
can leap very
Or Mogh?
high.
All right.
What
let me see
in the
athletics.
world are you two doing?
Athletics, 7 altogether.
7. So your foot actually slips a little bit as you're jumping. You don't get a very good jump. So you only jump maybe 1.5 to 2 foot into the air. Your head does not come into contact with the cement.
Well, it sure feels like I hit something.
You hit the
Don't
air.
worry. You keep drinking the grog, probably end up hitting your damn head on the after a while.
Speaking of after a while, how long is this journey?
Probably won't take too long. Maybe 2-3 days, I think.
Here. What is there to do past time around here aside from drinking?
Well,
What I would do for a set of dice
you've
or...
been here a little bit. I don't know if you've lost track of time, but we're already almost halfway through the first day. I'd say a few more hours, just kill time, talk amongst yourself, get to know some of the crew, go to bed, and start the next day. Don't think about it too long, we'll be where we go. Saemus, I believe you were going to the quartermaster, weren't you?
Yes.
Yes.
So, are you just entering the room, right?
Are you going alone or is
Yeah.
Mogh going? And are you going to the quartermaster?
Oh, yeah. That'd be good. Wait, what are we going to the quartermaster for?
He stumbles behind you
Yeah.
after like jumping in the air a bunch of times.
So entering the room, you enter it, and just like Lavanna saw, it is. Or actually, I don't think I described the room too much to you, Lavanna. I apologize about that.
First.
It's the room itself is fairly long, but probably 10 to 15 foot into the room, there's a large wooden counter with, with a glass pane up above the counter, kind of blocking off the front of the room from the back of the room. There's a small slot in the counter for things to be passed through, and on the other side of the counter stands a smaller young tabaxi, fiddling away nervously on her clipboard with a quill, deep in her tracking of wares. On the other side of the counter, back behind her, there are several shelves, crates, boxes with assorted, simple weapons, anything from daggers and short bows to very large long bows and halberds even, and it seems like she may even have a great axe back there. She looks up as you walk in and goes, fucking, how do you keep track of so many voices? I've only done like 4 characters, and I have no idea what any of them.
Truth is, I don't.
I'm trying to keep notes. So, she looks up at you as you enter. Looks up and then looks down to meet you, and says, you must be another one of the companies we have on board. Is there anything I can help you with?
Pretty lady.
Yes, my name is Edith.
Edith?
I run the quarter stock here, and I'm more than happy to get you any equipment that you would like. We don't have anything very lavish as one of your other traveling companions. We do have a few odds and ends, anything simple that I'd be able to help you with.
Right.
Well, I was wondering if you had any tools I could use. We're going to a new land, and I figured it would be nice to have something, maybe for hammers, saws.
Well, as for tools and artisan kits, I don't really have much. The only thing that we have is perhaps down on the lower deck towards the maintenance area. They may be able to help you out with general ship maintenance too. Looking around the grubbery, there are 3 tabaxi and 1 human, all at separate tables, none of them really interacting with each other. One of the tabaxi is the one that the barkeep yelled to earlier and called him Largo. Who would you like to approach?
I was actually hoping to pull it aside before I left.
Oh, Tam?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. You can either go into DM or
Oh, no, I'm fine
the
with
other
it.
channel, or you can do it here.
Tam, I had a question. You said you were looking for gambling, something in coins with, yes?
I mean, yes.
Well, I was listening over by a wall next to down the hallway where you saw me, and I was looking a little strange just because I was doing this sneak. However,
I did notice that, yes.
I caught wind of the sound of wings jingling, so perhaps that lady there, get her name. She may have stuff to gamble with. She says she spends most of her time in there, so maybe she's bored.
You never asked her name, so she didn't give you a name.
Sure.
As a matter of fact, I have names for all of the NPCs.
Sounded like a large sum of...
Well, I assume she received those from the items that she sells, but
Maybe
I
she
suppose it
can't
would not
gamble.
hurt.
Yeah, I will see you later. I'm gonna go see if anybody needs help on deck. I'm gonna walk out a little.
Alright, I'll head towards the quartermaster where the other 2 went.
Sure. So, entering the quartermaster, you catch just the end of the conversation that she was having with Saemus, and her eyes dart to you as the conversation ends, and goes, "Oh, wow! How many of them are you? How many of you are there? Or how many of you are there? Anyway, You must also be one of the travelers. I don't recognize you. Crew, what can I help you with? You've come to the quartermaster's chambers.
Well, I was told by one of the others that we were with that you may be bored as you spend most of your time here. Are you interested in playing any games? Dice?
I wouldn't say that I'm bored, per se. I have much work to do. Keeping track of everything here, it's quite taxing. A full-time job, for sure. As for playing... What, you said you want to play dice?
Dice? Cards?
Well, I'm not really a gambling girl, but... I mean...
Well, there doesn't have to be money involved in it.
Well... roll persuasion.
12.
Well, I suppose I could take a little break if you need some entertainment. Is there anything you would like to play? Would you like me to choose on?
Choose one.
She grins and pulls up a set of playing cards from underneath the counter. Says, "Okay, have you ever played Scored?"
I'm afraid I have not.
Scored. S-K-O-R-D. It's a very simple gambling. It's very simple gambling-centric card game. I don't know if you were looking to play for coin or not.
I would very much like to, but you were hesitant.
Well, I don't have too much to gamble with, but I do have my wages. I can't use any of the ship's horse. You know that. But
Of course.
I would be open to a little bit of gambling. I don't mind. Don't mind taking your money. Roll me. Yeah. It's yeah. We can do bluffing. Roll me a deception
Okay. Roll you a deception.
with disadvantage because you're This is your first hand, and you're learning.
I got it now.
Would you like to play another hand? This time we can put some gold on it.
Oh, absolutely. That is a 21.
Awesome. So it's a hard-fought victory, but you do, in fact, win this hand and take the pot.
Hey.
So you're almost certain that you beat her as the game comes to an end until she reveals her hand, and she has very thorough